afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to 1 Mrs. 1 on. Crossing in the woods to the north, it is Deimos fighting for the Wehrmacht. Germany, Deutschland taking on the role here of the 78th Sturm Grenadier. Shown to the south, it is Begbie fighting for the Red Army. Commander Stalin and the 5th Tank Corps. We got here Jaeger Infantry already with ambush training. Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades. Jaeger Command Squads, Light Artillery barrages, and the Stuart Close Head Supports in the South Begbie's here with Airborne Troop Tactics with airdrop weapons, pair-dropped heavy machine guns, discus, Airborne Rally Points, Guards Airborne Troops, and the Tactical R2 Sturmovik Rocket Run. We got a double pioneer before 2 started indicating Deimos is likely going to go for a Tier 2 rush. In the South Begbie here with the double conscript start. Also, a very big thanks to Sam for donating to the Propagandacast and pledging at the same time. Certainly allowing me to keep doing this for some time. That he's helping me with that, keeping it going. So big thanks to you, Sam. And of course, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, of course, also helping a lot there in keeping doing this day after day. So big thanks to you, Sam. You're part of my company here, so that's for sure. So doubling before 2 double pioneers here for Deimos, heading west of the pioneers before 2 moving up for the western fuel pond there as well. Pioneers moving centrewards here eastwards. So definitely a Tier 2 rush here for Deimos. Has been seen slight less players of late, but seems to be making a comeback there again as of late. We got triple counter there for Begbie. Obviously, if you're going for airborne troop tactics, typically you want a lot of conscripts, at least 4, so you can that way get a lot of SVT-40 upgrades since it's very good. It is incredibly good. So, Pioneers is on with Bar Y and sandbags here for the western fuel point. Very good there. Conscripts got the centre victory point secured there. Sandbags on as well there. Thorough sandbagging here from Begbie. Thumbs up. Pioneers down there, ground points there. MD42 could move towards support in the west. It's got one here covering up the carve point. This looks like going for a slightly more defensive posture here versus Begbie. I would say he's arguably in the machine guns, I think, a bit too extended. With not quite clear enough lines of sight, so he risks easily being outmaneuvered here by Begbie with a more aggressive play there, popping one machine gun back in here. Normally, in my opinion, at least if you're going for these kind of Tier 2 rushes with machine guns and pioneers, you usually want like use the pioneers machine guns together, sort of these teams with a pioneer spot for them before then use them sort of quickly when engaged, so at least secure some ground, then push back your opponent. The sort of leaving your machine guns to their own devices while the pioneers do all the other work is considerably more risky and can backfire. But there you go, take off for Deimos. Also worth noting, he's going for Jaeger Infantry, who usually want to go for like bunch of grenadiers, but obviously he's probably then going to go for Panzer Grenadiers equipped with G43s, have ambush training on them possibly. Jaeger Command Squad, of course, also very likely. Definitely a bit of an unusual Tier 2 rush strategy, I would say there. Again, normally you'd see this with Grenadier builds. But obviously, just because you'd usually see that doesn't mean that's the best or the only way of doing it. So Deimos here clearly exploring some slightly different patterns. There you go, punch on the way there, he's rushing them out. So again, clearly going to be a Panzer Grenadier heavy strategy. And again, going to involve Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades on them. Pioneers here, laying up sandwich, going to disrupt here for the conscripts as Begbie, of course, shows no mercy to his opponent. Got the point there secured, very good. Machine coming up here, Pioneers for the centre. Mines up there from Begbie. Good early mining from Begbie, by the way, very good there. Pioneers being swarmed with the conscripts engineers. Pioneers of the mine, and almost entire unit is lost there. Pioneers right as well, machine moving up here, and there you go. First, Panzer Grenadier squad out here for Deimos. Going to take some time before we can upgrade them with anything. Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades will be a bit longer in the coming there, and even ambush training is going to take just a bit more to go there. Begbie, meanwhile, is not far off from the airdrop weapons. Which, I mean, if you compare it to, say, something like the Jaeger Light Infantry upgrade, is actually much faster accessible, which is a bit worth noting there. Pioneers, they're building the light mechanized company some light vehicles here from Deimos. Moving for the western fuel pond engineers again. Bit of risky again with the sort of just MD42 and the way he sort of spread out a bit more aggressively. He's going to struggle there with the Russians or the Surge finding gaps in his lines and just pushing through them. He's desperately trying to defend the fuel point, but he's risking getting outmaneuvered. Needs to get the Panzer to fill up the gaps. Got the other machine gun in there as well. Machine gun then realizing it's getting outflanked, and Deimos gets out of there very fast. Thumbs up there. 2 to 2 on the way to help deal with infantry calls, keep gaps closed. Oh, goes for the half track. So flame for half track there. Not big on any meet your G for the feaster for the Panzer Grenadiers then. Flam Panzer Battle Corps was quite good. This is a heavy counter build. Aiming forward to being outflanked again. Once we get to see the danger there of playing your machine guns without any support. You want to play them aggressively, but you don't necessarily want to play them blindly either way. You just have no idea where you're sending them in really. And can't persist in their time. That's usually again why I then support them or work them together with infantry or at least pioneers. So a bit of risky starting for Deimos. Of course, the flame for half is going to have quite an impact here on Begbie in particular, since he just Went for Molotovs, meaning he's not going to have immediately anti-tank grenades ready, plus he spent munitions with Molotovs, meaning he's going to have fewer anti-tank grenades available towards dealing with a flamethrower half-track. Plus, with airborne troops, I mean, he's not going to say call in guardsmen to help deal with the flamethrower half-track as well. We'll obviously, of course, yeah, he is going for it, but he does potentially may not have gone for it. You can easily this is punch grenades on the card point. Deimos strikes there at Begbie's resource flow there, cutting off supplies. Thumbs up there to Deimos. Good incisive play there. Flamethrower half-track moving up, or at least soon to be flamethrower half-track is moving up. Then panzers are routed, comes there about to be scorched. Covered in a tidal wave of fire. I imagine Deimos will soon be going for more infantry. Panzer Grenadier, he definitely needs to get at least 3 infantry scores out. Comes with their routed. At least that would be my rule of thumb there as always. Punish the minesweepers, obviously worried about Begbie laying down more mines. He's got mines there. He's actually worried about opponents rushing into the base there. This is really some higher level play there, because you usually don't see this, but he's expecting it again. He's the guy sort of plans ahead, like, okay, I'm seeing a flamethrower half-track. I'll proceed to, you know, mine my base. So if he rushes in the flamethrower half-track there, I can catch him on it and actually have a chance to destroy it. He's going to need a field gun, of course, now, since that is really his only option for stopping it. More punts are going to be there for Deimos. They're good. Begbie, of course, being cut off from one's resource flow again by aggressive and consistent harassment there from Deimos again. Thumbs up there as well. Good maneuver play. Tricky to pull off for the Wehrmacht, but it's typically how I imagine, in my opinion, you want to play the Wehrmacht. Since again, if you just play it defensively, like, you're just gonna get crushed. Like, the whole 4-man squad idea just doesn't work for long attritional plays. You gotta play aggressively. You gotta like line it up properly. And there you go, machine gun there. Sadly, not without ambush tactics there. Could also think ambush the comes much more effective. Getting outmaneuvered here, need to pull back. Certainly a bit more aggressive there. They're also a bit more risky in some ways. Pioneers moving eastwards. Cut upon them in claim, but he's also losing the fuel point here. So field gun almost done there for Begbie. More mines there, obviously. Right now with the flamethrower half-track in the field. S-54 is going to up his priority there, since obviously if he tries to go for that, they're just going to get burned up anyway. So he needs to like try and catch up the flamethrower half-track and then finish off with the field gun. So Begbie here, having priorities in place. Very nice to see that. Very nice to see that. Thumbs up. Machine gun moving westwards there. Field gun moving up here for Begbie. Troops in reinforcing. Here's was the Panzer Grenadier. Then we got the first squad here upgraded with the Gewehr 43. Counter there routed. Fun fact. Reconnaissance Panzer Grenadiers are actually known as Aufklären, as they're part of the Aufklärungsabteilung. Though basically they're just Panzer Grenadiers for the most part. They just had smaller half-tracks really. But no, I'm just going to refer to them as Aufklärer. A bit like how I refer to the ones with Panzer 6 as Panzer Jaegers, I'm just going to refer to these as Aufklärer. So, little fun note there. Onwards, grab the western point here. MG42 holding up there, very good. Flamethrower of course, any repairs. Pack 4 in the way. He's obviously worried about enemy light vehicles as well. Certainly not a bad idea there. I mean, Begbie has been also able to get control of fuel points there from Deimos there before he got the flamethrower half-track out. So T70 is actually not something that's too far off. Aufklärer there setting out with the Gewehr 43s and that one assault rifle. Comes under fire there. Grab the western fuel point here. MD42 remains there in position. No ambush tactics yet there for Deimos. Surprisingly little engagement here so far. But again, the flamethrower half-track is causing Begbie to be a lot more cautious. He's not just going to run in against his men burned down pointlessly. He is a judicious commander, which is always good to see. Unless you're the opponent, in which case you really don't want that technically. But there you go. Jaeger command squad ought to be up at 3 infantry squads, 2 Panzer Grenadier, and 1 Jaeger command squad here for Deimos and the 78th Sturm Grenadier Division. A sort of experimental infantry assault division where the infantry was much more heavily equipped than the average division. And was compared to closer, more equipped like Panzer Grenadiers. So, little fun fact there. Flamethrower after rushing ahead. Contra being suppressed here. Flampanzerwagen scorching away at the Soviets. And there you go. Direct hit from the 63 Divisional Field Gun. 90 tank grenade. Oh, it does have a good anti-tank grenade reset. Wouldn't get close enough. Mine spotted there. Hitting the card point. You can see they're of course trying to return the favour, but in this case runs afoul of the Panzer Grenadier or the Aufklärer here with their G43s and the 1 Sturmgewehr. Fortunately for Begbie, 1 man survives so he can rebuild the squad, but beyond that it was quite uncomfortable for him. Yeah, command squad flanking going for the field gun. Very good there. Played by Deimos. Flamethrower after that takes a bit of damage, but nothing serious. He can go for the T2 light tank, of course, is in fact going for it halfway there. Yeah, command squad pushing ahead. He just further looking to disrupt Begbie's frontline cohesion, make it hard for him to form up a middle line of resistance. But there you go, field gun up. Almost takes out the entire Jaeger command squad. Incredible low on health there. Jaeger retreats as the field gun bombardment stops, and he tries to retreat sooner. He will risk losing the Jaeger command squad to a barrage. So good nerves there by Deimos. T-Sim light tank out. Note he's immediately popping into reconnaissance mode, just to make sure he doesn't run into any traps, I imagine. Or it might have been a misclick, I guess. But our panzer support here spotted as they hit a mine, increasing the T-Sim's chance of getting a wipe hit. That's going to hurt Deimos quite a bit. That's going to hurt him quite a bit. There you go, routed, noting no telemines, I think, down here from Deimos. And of course, the only Panther has access to a part of the Jaeger command squad. So actually there's very few ways of sort of slowing down the T-70 even here, which is going to make it harder for this Pack 40 to actually stop it. So the situation here for Deimos is a bit tricky there. Jaeger command squad heading out eastwards, troops are reinforcing. Conscripts field gun engineers moving westwards. Eastern side they're being claimed here by Deimos once more and the German army. Ambush camouflage away there for the Aufklärer there. Reinforcing the other squad, which is very low on health. I imagine we'll be seeing possibly a medic bunker soon here. That one, another half to heal his troops with. Pack 40 up there, misses. Ambush camouflage almost done there. And we got an airdrop weapon find up there for Begbie. Noting he has lost the comm squad already. Sandbags there crashed. Under heavy fire there. Engineers suppressed by the move to the west. Western fuel being lost to Begbie once more. Engineers being suppressed. Eastern side there's got several elements. We also got an ambush machine gun there hiding out here from Deimos. Very good. Jaeger command squad retreating. Medic bunker up there for Deimos and Deutschland here against the 5th Tank Corps. Mortar on the way here to deal with the support weapons to provide more pressure against Deimos during attacks. Very good there by Begbie. Good understanding of combined arms. Meanwhile, Deimos pushing ahead here with the advantage man to gain there to push for faster medium armor. 2 thumbs up there to Deimos. Pioneers right with the T-70 and the SVT-40 conscripts. Pioneer taking some nasty losses there. Pack 40 gets it great, and the T-70 to the position it's caught in. It actually is going to take at least one more guaranteed hit. And there's a tiny chance he actually loses the T-70 entirely, though it is small. But not impossibly small either. Mortar field gun moving in there, pushing eastwards. Begbie could, in theory, consider throwing in some guards airborne troops here with some submachines to put pressure there on Deimos forces. There you go, great hit on the flame for a half-deck. Will he finish it off this time around? If he can predict his movements well in the attack ground, he might have a chance. Oh, close one there, close one. Lucky though for Deimos, his flame for a half-deck is going to live to terrorize the Soviets another day. More SVT-40s. Very good there for Begbie. Mortar at the front line as well. Panzer they're hiding out with their G43s. Smoke screen down, interesting. Cancelled it quickly, I think that's because we realised where the MG42 actually was, but otherwise, nice tactical setup there, assuming the machine gun is there, which around here, which is actually where typically most players will stuff their machine guns, but here, down the start, players are setting up the machine a bit more further with ambush tactics. So of course, with the mortar bat, which he should have been paying attention to, he needs to realise he needs to shift that machine gun. That's exactly what he does there. Thumbs up to Deimos and to Begbie. Both players here, clearly experienced players there. Machine gun then caught here by this surge as it pulls back. Panzer opening up. Sounded the ambush with the T-70 is a bit pointless, plus with the flamethrower engine as well, they could risk getting wiped out with the T-70 on the other side. Osman here for Deimos. There you go. There, T-70 hits a telemine that Deimos actually laid down there. Good golly, nice work there by Deimos. Begbie was completely floored by that one, and more importantly, his T-70 was annihilated. Now he's about to get hit by an Austrian flak panzer. He's got one field gun, he could go for another one, he could go for an SU-6M to try and count it, but either way, Begbie here caught in a bit of an awkward position. We do get guards airborne. Delightful. I imagine we'll be able to go see the submachine gun package, which gives them 6 shock trooper grade submachines, of course means they pack quite a punch. Plus they have access to grenades and the Sturmwix strafing around veteran G1, so they can have a bit more flexibility in that sense. They're obviously not quite as bulletproof as the shock troopers, keep that in mind. Western side here we got Deimos realising Begbie's left open and is quickly streaming in there. Very good there. Thumbs up to Deimos. Good read on his opponent tactically. Flak pans around the battlefield here for Deimos and Deutschland, and Begbie's response is in fact the SU-6M assault gun. Deciding it's not just going on field guns, and also realising he needs to put that flamethrower to rest as well. He begins pulling up assault guns to try and counter these 2 fascist threats, which are giving quite a headache. We got a smoking down there again from Begbie. I really like it again. 2 thumbs up. He is actually planning ahead with a smoking to support attacks against his opponent. I mean, that's definitely 2 thumbs worthy up there for Begbie. So really nice work there. But Deimos, those otherwise and other tactical measures proving to be quite aggressive, and he's certainly making it harder for Begbie to like plan ahead. And forcing Begbie to react more than he probably wants to here versus Deimos. Echelon 6 almost done, plus a maximum way there, Panzers there, both scorched and upgraded with the Gewehr 43. Aufklärer there, need to be careful that they're about to get risk getting wiped out. Team Engineers also close to death. There we go, mortar round finishes off the Panzergrenadier squad with the G43s. Quite a blow there to Deimos and Deutschland. Down to just 2 infantry squads versus opponent with 4. Big push here. Guards Airborne engaging the Jaeger command squad on the Panther. There you go, flamethrower attack backing up, forcing the Guards Airborne to retreat under intense and ruthlessly insane fire. Echelon 6 to flank alongside the field, going for the flamethrower attack. Almost got it, but not quite enough to finish it off there. Troops held up behind heavy cover. Probably going to move up here to bombard them with the Echelon 6M's barrage there. We go. Straight to the A command squad, almost taking out. There more mines going off there. Further casualties. No further wipes here, but the looks of it. And Deimos going for another Panzergrenadier squad here. So far, a very solid strand here being executed by Deimos with a few surprises for sure. Very good. They could consider Stu G to back up. This is the Echelon 6Ms. Would not be a bad idea. And as for Begbie, either trying to take up now or going for another assault gun, I think would be the good choice. I mean, double assault guns could quickly chew through the flamethrower take and the Ostwind, so that could possibly be an elite. Plus, again, provide some artillery barrages. And then westwards again, very good. It's lose these tier 2 Deimos and Deutschland. And there you go, fresh Panzergrenadier squad there being upgraded with the Jaeger infantry package, or Aufklärer package, really should be. I mean, Panzergrenadiers really weren't Jaegers. Again, Jaegers basically work by the way a specific type of infantry unit. They're sort of like Gebirgsjäger, but just for less mountainous but still rough terrain effectively. Like they weren't reconnaissance troops, that sort of really keeps thinking. I mean, that would have been Fusiliers, which they keep sort of dodging about there in a weird way, really, when you think about it. Anyways, ambush tactics on the way. Okay, ambush camouflage on the way for the Panzergrenadier squad number 2. Very good. Assault gun there, lacking mission for the bombardment. Guards trying to flank through, but they've got flak pans on the way. No anti-tank guns quite nearby to deal with the Ostwind, but they're good, going for it nonetheless. Suppressed already. Nice flank here, headed over Begbie though. But still not quite going the way he wanted to. Directed here on the Ostwind by the field gun. Flamethrower opening up here as well. Flak pans down to half health. Assault gun moving up support here. Might be able to get a good hit off in the Echelons of the flamethrower attack. Field gun being pushed back here through a sea of fire. And Inferno of the fascist kind. Contra out of there as well. Nothing further going there in Deimos' base. There you go. Panther 4, the Panzerkampfwagen 4. To support the 78 Sturmgrenadier Division. They did not have access to Panzers. They did actually have an assault gun brigade or Stu brigade attached to it directly, which would have Stu Gs and the Stu 42. And infantry equipped with assault rifles to act as escorts for the assault guns. Little fun fact there. Back here, troops reinforcing for Begbie. Panzer 4 halfway done there for Deimos and Deutschland. Machine gun holding up here, close 22, pioneers up on the eastern side. Incendiary piercing rounds here. Deimos lets all hell let loose on the assault gun. Even a single shot going through, there's clearly more than a victory for him, as they'd actually gained significant experience, even like he does a little bit of light damage there. In fact, it's halfway to victory fleet just thanks to those few bursts there, adding ambush tactics to that one as well. Ambush camouflage. Ostwind round that comes from the far left flank. And the far east here we got Guards Airborne here versus the Pioneer. And you got the Aufklärer there ambushing a contra squad there with their Gewehr 43 and their 1 Sturmgewehr. Other squad close to victory 2 there, moving up the west side. Gonna hit the western fuel point again. Contra out in the open are easy pickings here for the Panzergrenadier, they're the Aufklärer with the G43's got the Panther moving up. Mine spotted. Oh, Guards have now closer than mine. Need to be careful, need to retreat in fact. There's a good chance he actually now loses them to the Panther 4 here. Not great there for Begbie, but amazing for Deimos. But there you go, flamethrower attack finally put out a commission there by the assault gun. 2 kills, half H of HE2 there roughly. Tech up done there. We'll probably go for T-34-6s next. Got the MD-42 there hiding out in ambush, losing the Western Territories there as well. Still getting rid of the flamethrower pick. Does relieve a bit of pressure on Begbie, though. Deimos is clearly going to just add more pressure. Assault gun Panzer IV there, doing heavy damage to the Panzer IV. Assault gun and field gun there, pushing damage. Assault gun flanking up, hip continuing in as well there. Ooh, assault gun there, missed. Also getting hits from the Pack 40 there from the centre. Yeah, that's going to hurt, I think, Begbie. No, looks like he gets away with it. Comes to Destiny again, baited in there. Almost got it. Field gun pointing the wrong direction. Anti-tank grenade off. No, didn't get it off. Can he get the Panzer IV here? Almost got it. Oh dear, and Deimos lost his Panzer IV there. He did get the SN6M, but an SN6 for Panzer IV I think is a very good trait there for Begbie, to be honest. Meanwhile, though, he's taking the opportunity of realising his opponent's now short one assault gun. His field gun is also stuck in the 5-stack to hit in the centre there. Good realisation there. Making the best out of a bad situation. Deimos strikes and finds a new opportunity. Thumbs up there to Deimos. That is some solid play. Begbie there goes for another SN6M assault gun in response to this. Interesting. Possibly might figure that's going to be faster and more efficient than going for a T-34-6 in the current circumstances. I don't blame him for that. Guards have a chance. There you go. Geballte Ladung in the path of advance. Guards airborne dodge it, but they do take a lot of damage. Mortar fire and submachine gun fire. They tank through the Panzergrenadiers like cholera through 18th century London. Back here, troops reinforcing. Assault gun almost done there for Begbie and the Red Army. Flak Panzer covering up here. Jaeger command squad went that close to T2. Half clear there, T2, and there we go. Jaeger command squad engaged with the conscripts. Not all squads have been fully upgraded. Jaeger command squad lost one man. There you go. Flak Panzer engaging again. Film gets a good hit off there, gaining T2 in the process. We got Fiend 41 to Fiend 19. Begbie needs to work getting back some of those fuel points. Points they've engaged. Victory points, I mean. Fuel points, but also a ton. Pioneers all the way for Deimos to repair his armor. Very good. Well, he's down to just the Osprey, but still having something to repair that is a very good idea there for Deimos. Nice mortar hit. That almost takes out the Panzergrenadier escort there. That mortars, I think, paid off reasonably well so far there for Begbie. Not amazingly, but, you know, reasonably well. It's not exactly been a complete loss. Begbie calling in the final to the SVT-40s. Flak Panzer being repaired. And we got Tier 4 there for Deimos, a bold maneuver. Pretty risky. Pretty risky. I'm not entirely sure I'd recommend it, but its also change I think is sufficiently not rubbish to make it. And there you go. As soon as the Mackin comes into line of fire, there calls an artillery on it. Also got smoke down here from the mortar. Very good there. Could have been timed perhaps slightly better, but then again, he probably wasn't expecting machine gun right there. Oh, he's about to lose some machine to the Panzer, or the Alpha moving up there. Mortar there by probably raining on definitely get some troops and deal with it. Osman charging in again, exploiting the gap he made by the artillery barrage here as Begbie was caught off guard. Flak Panzer flanking the assault gun. Oh, the assault gun flanking the Flak Panzer. But there you go, heavy damage to the Pack 40 almost taken out there, plus a bit of damage from the Ostwind. Troops moving in here, gets the guards airborne. We got machine gun ready on the other side of the smoke. He's pressing the guards airborne immediately. Begbie here, caught in a really bad spot here as once more Deimos aggressively tried to turn the tables there on Begbie and actually successfully pulls it off again. Like, he's a really sharp fellow, that one. Assault gun moving up, engineers moving up, want to try and recruit the field gun, though of course with the Panzerjägers nearby, or Aufklärer, not Panzerjägers but Aufklärer, that's going to be pretty difficult I think there for Begbie to pull off. Losing a lot of terrain there, Flak Panzer being pushed back with the assault gun, almost lost as well though, Pack 40 moving up. Need to be careful of the SU-6M, oh he's going to lose it, he's going to lose it. Yup. Bad call there by Begbie, or might have been a misclick. Oh wait, that is down. He's got both fuel points now and will be able to go for T-34-6 soon enough here versus Deimos. Eastern fuel point there claimed by the engineers. Machine gun hiding out here behind the wreckage of the Panzer IV. A nice little ambush position for the machine gun gewehr. Smoking on the centre. Machine gun there catching the engineers, pushing them back. Troops enforcing. T-34-6 is almost done, losing the western point to the Jaeger command squad. Aufklärer there with 29 kills. Ace, or Tier 4 ready. There's yet to build anything from it. The question is, what is Deimos planning with it? As soon as he's done with car, one he just retreats. He doesn't need it, he just needs it neutral. Focusing on the Ostwind. Makes sense. They could also go for the heavy pentacle first, then the Ostwind, but if he's not going for anything right away from it, I guess, yeah, it makes sense to go for the Ostwind first. Grabbing the point here. T-34 6 for Begbie and the Red Army. How will Deimos handle this influx of Soviet armor, of Soviet steel and will? I've clear there. Almost good to go once more. Another squad there with 4 kills. G5 almost done. There you go. Heavy pentacle up for Deimos and Deutschland. The 78th Sturm going to be shown there. Jaeger command squad takes a man loss here from a flare. Constantly use to deal with that. 8 kills. There we go. Quick retreat here. Deimos' science is engagement is futile. A waste of good German manpower against the Soviet scourge. And that was probably actually a good read there by Deimos against Begbie. T-34 though done here for Begbie and the Red Army. Ready to steamroll his opponent. Heavy panzer core done here for Deimos. T-34 rolling out on the western side. Trees crashing down as the T-34 crushes them to splinters. Sturmpanzer fear here for Deimos. He's obviously not too worried about enemy armor. He's got the leading most resource-wise situation. Oh, what is this? T-4 flanking and a rocket strafe. And the Ostwind actually goes down to an air rocket strafe run. Wow, that's a bit awkward there for Deimos. And he counts to the Sturmpanzer, realizing the situation on the ground has spectacularly changed. In fact, we're planning a Panther now here versus Begbie. That was a nice move there by Begbie, actually. That was a really nice call-in. Thumbs up there to Begbie, and there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panther Panzer. Telemine said to help slow down any Soviet advances. Aufklärer there hiding out, ready to ambush any Bolsheviks that get too close and fill them up with good German lead. Panzerkampfwagen 5 slowly approaching the front line. Smoking down. Nice thought ahead there, but he's clearly not expecting. Oh! Looks like he got spotted though. Bit awkward there for Deimos, wasn't paying attention. Either way, good push in the centre victory point there by Begbie. Tactically very sound. Again, 2 thumbs up to tactically sound play. You could consider maybe calling a dish kit, otherwise, I mean, in theory, that's the airborne rally point, but they're just not particularly amazingly full of utility, I think. They're not certainly bad either. T4 Chan, you need to get the air command squad that build could easily collapse here in the face of Begbie's assault. And there you go. Pack 40 opening up there. You got Telemans as well. He's mined some all the potential routes there that Begbie's arm might take when he charges at him, and that would sort of help screen himself and protect himself against such an armoured assault there. But there you go, Panther out here for Deimos and Deutschland. The Panzerkampfwagen 5 as Führer A, which was the second model of Panther. The first one was the Model D, and the final model was the G. Though there are some rumours that maybe the Model F saw some very limited usage at like late 1945, though I think that's unlikely. Our way Panther heading east was there. Pinline machine being added here for the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Got the Aufklärer there, 29 kills, flanking the counter, engaging heavily. Mortar firing down, submachine bringing in as well, forcing retreat here on Deimos' Aufklärer. Could have tried to grenade him retreat, but didn't. There we go, machines opening up from the other side of the river here, the little lake, or the pond. Oh, we got him getting out that one fast. Aufklärer there coming up the first squad, losing the western fuel point again here. Begbie seeming forgetting to be on the eastern side of the map. He can soon go for another T-34 6 here versus Deimos. Guards moving ahead here. Aufklärer routed. Western pointing heavy fighting. Pioneers there. Will be no match against the counter. There you go. Counter catching the Pioneers in the far west as well. Quickly counter-attacking there. Thumbs up to Begbie for a good response. Panther moving up to support his support weapons there. There's a small fortress there of Kupstahl. Oh, could see wiping the Pioneers. That certainly hurt Deimos a bit there. There we go, down they go. Need to treat the console. They've got the Aufklärer with 30 kills and the air command squad with 12 kills. Console, in fact, close being dropped there. T-54 moving up. Pioneer squad number 2 down. In fact, Deimos just lost all his Pioneers. He does have plenty of manpower to replace them, but still, losing both your Pioneer squads is quite nasty. Loses the ability to lay down mines, sweep for mines, and of course, crucially repair his armor. So that is a significant blow there to Deimos, enacted there by Begbie. A definite mistake by Deimos, and one that could get very costly depending on how Begbie sort of follows up on this. But we got another T-54 on the way there. Ralph grenades here from behind the building. Begbie though already on it. Got air recons out here from Begbie. No, it's a supply drop. It's actually a disc drop there, never mind me. Just realised, hang on. Airborne troops does not have reconnaissance. Grenade off here. Half the Aufklärer squad down here. Panther from the way with Deimos. And there you go. Aufklärer squad dead. He's replacing the Pioneers, but Deimos is definitely taking some nasty losses here against Begbie. And the Red Army sandbags up in the centre here. Another T-54 done. In the west we got Aufklärer and the Jaeger command squad ready. But we got the Airborne troops coming up as well there. And the Guards Airborne. Half H-23. Second T-54 moving up. Oh dear, the Aufklärer gave it away. Luckily the T-54 hit the cover rather than the Aufklärer. And we got another Panzer Squad model for damage. Probably going to be upgraded to the Aufklärer as well. The command squad there with a bit of an ambush of their own. Catching the gears and dropping Pavlov. Gaining the ace level. Very good. Very good. Ooh. Man went off somewhere. Yeah, tell man, but so for the T-54-6. Lucky there for Begbie. Bad luck for Deimos. Bit of skirmish in the east. MB-42 there. Ooh, moved in a bit awkwardly. Panther moving up here to engage the T-54-6. Lots of explosions. Mines going off. Death. Machine gun being... Oh, outmaneuvered by the country, but they're moving in front of the machine gun. Oh, they were close there, close. Lots of fighting here across most parts of the front here between Begbie and Deimos. As Begbie's trying to push up the right flank. Deimos trying to gain control of the centre on the west side here. Panther unleashing hell here on Begbie. Rockets screaming down, killing several guns on the field gun, but enough survived to keep the gun operational. In the west here, or the east I mean, Maximum Routed here opening up for the eastern fuel point there against Deimos. Panther rushing east to stop the Soviet assault there. Bit risky with just on the way, even moving up the Pack 40, but even then without him support, there's certainly a few chances of things go wrong, in particular since, while Deimos doesn't know what much he had, he might have to keep in mind this, but his opponent may have a Sturmwind rocket run ready to like possibly take it out. T-54 goes down though. Pack and Panther takes it out, bit of blow there to Begbie. He may want to consider an H-35 tank to help deal with a Panther. Or another field gun at least. He is floating a bit of manpower there. Probably shouldn't be floating that much, to be honest. Truth be told. Pack cleared out there. The crew exterminated. And grabbing in here to turn against the fascists. Good play there if he can get it to safety. But at that point, if he does get it back to a space reinforced, of course, it's going to be a 6-man pack crew, which is going to be very uncomfortable for Deimos to deal with. Almost got the 8 command squad there, filling right in the centre. The Aufklärer that dodges the barrage. So they're poorly thrown dodgeballs. Field crew the wiped out here by the Aufklärer. Easy killing there. Easy killing. Far east here we got counter out here with the Maxim. Panzerkampf fighting things slowly fixed up here by Deimos' Pioneer. And we got ambush machine gun. I'm really liking these, consistent use of ambush machine gun and overall ability uses here by Deimos. He's also so far used, I think, almost the entire doctrine. The only thing he hasn't used is super close air support, actually. Ambush machine gun there, got taking heavy damage and dealing damage. Disca there opening up. We got Panther firing here down to the cluster, up, down. Begbie's force there. Devastator of Begbie. And there go Rocket Attack now. Good chance doing some damage. They clear out the field and crew, causing significant casualties amongst other support. So there go Panther takes advantage, charge through the artillery barrage as the field is down. Good push there by Deimos, punishing a possibly a bit too casual Begbie. There we go, shoot through the hedges, takes out the T-54 within his own base. Thumbs up to Deimos for a good counterattack. Panther gets the final word there on the Panther's frontal armor. Aufklärer pushing for the curve point there against Begbie, looking to once more turn off the fuel tap. Meanwhile, another T-54 for Begbie and the 5th Tank Corps. What will Deimos go for next against his opponent? Down to just 2 men there, 36 kills on the Aufklärer. We got 294 versus 89. Begbie definitely needs to do something with those victory points sooner. He's going to lose this. Also, fun fact about the Panzerwerfer. There's actually a second version of the Panzerwerfer which tends to get talked about a lot less, was actually used by the Waffen-SS. And there's actually one version that mounted Katyusha rockets. Like initially they used rockets they just captured from the Soviets, but they actually eventually just make them themselves. Typically using slave labor, though. So, little fun fact there. Well, fun and fun would involve slave labor, but you know. They did actually use them. Moving up in the eastern point here with the conscripts and the guards airborne. Aufklärer and Jaeger command squad, they're reinforcing healing machine inside the medic bunker. I'm guessing Deimos' next plan might be the Sturmpanzer. I mean, he wanted to go for it at some point, so I'm guessing he's going to go for it once he feels like he can get away with it. Begbie still not going for any tank destroyers here, even assault guns. Feel like he would benefit a bit from the Panther, but there you go. Pack lands a great hit there against the Panther alongside the T-34. Smoke screen again. 75 points left, grab the eastern points here. Western point here, we got pushed for the fuel point, not the victory point, but there you go. Begbie's all responding to it, dispatching a few troops to close up that little excursion. 9 kills the Panther for firing here into the midst. This time, though, Begbie was slightly better disposed, but still got unlucky with some of the roads and actually loses the pack crew there to a few stray rockets. Great luck for Deimos, kind of unlucky for Begbie. Guards having those are the Aufklärer and the Jaeger command squad there, 37 kills. Guards having the team damage, got the smoking down. That's definitely a good move. Actually moving into it. Bit of mistake there possibly with Deimos. Rushing the T-34 eastwards. Still, they overall in much better condition. They go falling back. They realise they need to be careful here. If you can pop a grenade at the right time, I'll be able to do some damage. They go off into the smoke, punishing here Begbie. And getting a bit ahead of them there. Actually need to retreat the guards airborne. And now, oh, that's punched into the white there. T-34 moving in. Aufklärer there taking damage. He actually managed to steal the field and away from his opponent. Didn't grab the Pack 40 back, but oh, he's going to panther fast the T-34-76. He even sprinted to make sure he could pull off. Panther moving in as well there. Pack opening up the Panther down to half health here, concentrating damage on the retreat. Now, Pack lands another hit on the Panther. Almost got the Panther come firing fifth. There could be a considerable loss there to Deimos. Oh, he's about to rush into the mine as well. Oh, and the Panther is down. A Panther for T-34-76 is not a great trade there for Deimos. That's about as bad as training a Panzer IV. Actually, it's worse than training a Panzer IV for an Issue 6M. In this regard, Begbie's certainly doing alright, but he's still behind in Deimos in terms of victory points, and Deimos still has a bit of a larger force. But, like, being able to trade off lesser armor for the bigger stuff is, you know, not bad for Begbie at all. Oh, we should add ambush tactics to the maximum, by the way. That's certainly also benefit from it. More Panther fire here. 12 kills. This time whiffs. Sturmpanzer the way that's clearly not too worried about Begbie's armor. Could prove to be mistaken that Begbie could exploit this as opponent. Or maybe not. Need to get troops moving out. Mines on the far left flank here. Not too shabby there by Begbie. These ponies routed by the Frontovix. And there you go. Get bad to landing into the engineers. Bit of damage done there. Mounting on the left side there with his machine guns, aggressively being wielded like a sword against Begbie and the heart of socialism. Mortar setting up again here for an assault this time though. More direct barraging. Faking when the machine gun is wrong, meaning the smoke screen could have been others helpful there, just to generally cover up. T-34 again only for Begbie. Flanking with the machine gun here, actually called in by Deimos, I imagine in the centre where the guards airborne are. In fact, that's exactly what they've got a smoking off. Allows them to get slightly out of the position to avoid most of the light infantry gun artillery there. Sturmpanzer fake effects right there for Deimos. Finds contraband by a collection of motley infantry from Deimos. Got 41 kills on this Aufklärer. Counter was the Aufklärer and the Pioneers. Bomb grenade goes off, doesn't do too much damage there. Down to 2 men. Machine gun round hit. T-34 out there for Begbie. Sturmpanzer sitting out, and the Pillar machine gun there for Deimos and Deutschland. Taking the Pioniere. Pack moving up with the T-34 from 6. Going mount for course the enemy anti-tank guns as well. Panther firing again here, could take out the Pack 40 there, leaving Begbie just the tank but out. Engineer squad meanwhile suffering. In fact, the real wrath there of Deimos artillery fire in the centre. Punch Aufklärer there taking heavy damage from the machine gun and artillery fire. And these Sturmpanzer moving up could take out here the Guards Airborne if Begbie isn't careful, or just unlucky. Tifa moving up. Pack moving support here. Jaeger command squad being routed. We got 200 points left here. There's the 72 of Begbie. Going here for the Sturmpanzer. Aggressive play, but continuing to mind for the pack one there. Jaeger command squad Panther first the T-34. Command squad about to be annihilated as well there. There you go, finished off by the Alpha player, 48 kills. More comfortable way there for Begbie to replace the losses he suffered against his fascist opponent. T-34 need repairs. Back in Deimos base, nothing further going on. They just mostly some healing reinforcement. More weapons dropped in for the freshly arrived conscripts. Disco setting up, backed up by the mortar, of course. 9 kills, close vector 3. Nice work there by Begbie. More throwing close to the Panzerjägers, or the Aufklärer, I mean. Maximum numbers of mixed conscripts. 82 gain on still no ambush tactics, bit of a shame there. Guards Airborne there, pushing a hold here by the MB42 again. Good flexible machine gun play there by Deimos. They are definitely going to be a significant thorn in the side here of Begbie. And there you go. Bundle grenade to the bunched up Guards Airborne. Setting off a mine and causing a casualty there. Pushing through the center here now, covering the smoke. Very good. They're surprised they actually tried to push through here. Like, try and clear out some of Deimos' support weapons. He's usually just gone to the victory point and that's it. Which I think has actually been a mistake there by Begbie, to be honest. I think he should have pointed out sooner. Flak Panzer. Clearly at this point, Deimos is not too worried about Begbie's armor. He's mostly just focused on killing out the infantry and the support weapon. That way looking to win out the fight. Not a bad idea. They're obviously a bit risky, but again, if you look at Begbie's track record, actually getting more than one tank at any time, it certainly seems like he might be justified in that assumption about Begbie. Yeah, command squad there, risking him out with a disc cut. Because there you go, Alpha striking there, 51 kills. 52, 53. 54. 55. Clearing out the machine gun almost there entirely. And these T-34 going for the Sturmpanzer 4. Sturmpanzer 4 is down to half health. Gets off a good hit on the T-34 from 6. Shot misses. And getting ready to stop it. T-34 disengages. Shot bounce off the Sturmpanzer's 100mm thick armor. Sees an eastern victory point. And fuel point ultimately grabbed here. Mines down there. Going on the center point again. They're undercover smoke. Very good there by Begbie. Once more. Could go for another T-34. Again, you could try and build up like in a go for an assault gun or tank destroyer here. Flak Panzer hammering away there. Through the smoke, hoping to snuff out any targets in the smoke here. Troops reinforcing healing. Sturmpanzer firing around the 150mm gun. More smoke there from the mortar. Lots of smoke there from Begbie. We got 165 to 46. Begbie's actually really dragging down Deimos and victory points. More pioneers there for Deimos and Deutschland. I've cleared there, could join in the assault. No ambush camouflage on those. There you go, guards have rushed in the center. They could catch the machine gun and clear it out here before there's time to react. Or not. Still going to go for grenade here. But they're pinned down right in front of the Maxim. They need to retreat there. A bolt rate there by Begbie. There go Panther 5 there. Takes out both pack and Guards Airborne. A significant blow to Begbie. And the 5th Tank Corps here delivered. Masters of Deimos and the 78th Sturm Division. Aufklärer here going to town on the Engineers. But they end up sprinting away there as they realise they're about to be turned into a suburb by the Soviet armour. Another T-34 on the way for Begbie. Will be able to wield this like a armoured fist against Deimos, or will he squander away there against Deimos' pack walls or pack fronts? Down the eastern victory point there, straight to the disco though. Tilly called in here. Aufklärer taking some casualty, positioning the disco machine gun, but can't have soon enough as German artillery range down there. News going up. Smoke screen again. Very consistent third smoke there from Begbie. Charging with the T-34 without any serious support. I feel like this is too risky, though he might actually chance taking out the Panzerwerfer if he could hit. Crashes some poor bastard. Flanks right behind everything, and there you go. Got the Panzerwerfer. Pack shoots, misses. Aufklärer there being shredded here by the discount machine. Still managed to get a few more extra kills. T-4 flank behind the Sturm Panzer troops moving up. Machine gun every position a bit too late as well. Might get out of the Pack 40 and turn that to the Soviet cause as well here. Jaeger command squad suppressed. 25 kills, ace level. Almost got the Pack 40 in there. Go down and goes to him just with the field gun now here. We got the flak from deal with the infantry. Conscript trying to make a run for the Pack 40 under heavy fire of the Sturm Panzers. Wrathful gaze. T filming up the eastern side. Needs to get the other one up to support the first one. Pack recruit. T fell down to half of. Osman's almost down, and we got 24 versus 157. Pioneers taking significant casualties, repairing the Ostwind. T-4 for the Begbie 2. Almost got it. Sturm Panzer down to half of. Pack flying away. Pack 40 can and finish it off. The field gun risking. All's being destroyed here. Looks like Begbie is staging a bit of a comeback here. Pack wiped out. The Sturm Panzer barely operable. Field gun almost cleared out there. Begbie though is short in infantry. This could prove to be Deimos' chance here to maybe still win this. Because of his force being crushed. There you go. Flag Panzer down. Field gun down. Both packs are down here for Begbie. T-4 for the Deimos engine. Need to get troops out there on the field quickly. Troops being pressed in the MD-42, moving in the T-54 to deal with that, though it is also heavily damaged. More guards airborne out here for Begbie and the Red Army. Adding the DP line machine gun router going for the western one, I imagine. T-54 getting Panzer... Oh, not Panzerfaust, it has a damaged engine nonetheless. Big push in the center here. Pack shoots. Gets a hit there. Outflare there with 16 kills. Other squad here in the east suppressed, got 59 kills. Good lord. Troops are reinforcing. T-4 being pulled back for repairs. He's short his knees. It's going to make it hard for Begbie to actually repair tanks in time. 142 versus 23. It's really close here for Begbie. It's really close. But it could also prove to be just beyond his reach now. Deimos there, finally calling upon the might of the sacred Sturmgeschütz. In his darkest hour, he looks to the Stug for salvation. T-4 being hauled back to the base for repairs. He's only got one. Actually, he has no engineer squads now, meaning this is going to be pretty difficult for Begbie to actually repair. In fact, he might be better off just keeping the front line and just accepting they're going to get lost here. Machine gun there holding up the center victory point. Smoking down again. Artillery fire there from the Sturm Panzer shattering through the Soviet infantry. Causing great trauma. Mostly physical. Stug 3G almost down there for Deimos. And the cavalry has arrived. The Stug 3 Ausführung G. Should add the penalty machine gun there. Grabbing the Western munitions as well. We got 136 versus 20. Infantry slowly, I guess, getting ready for the assault here. Got the after constant under fire from the Sturm Panzer machine gun there. Half 8 on that Sturm Panzer. Just get covering up, comes on the flank here to deal with any troops trying to move through there. T-34 heavily damaged coming up there. He's got the needs to begin repairing his T-34s. May not be enough. There you go. T-34 down. Smoking down there, but still not enough here to save the T-34, which harmlessly bumps into the Sturm Panzer there. More to continue to throw down smoke. Guards airborne flank up the machine gun. Still needs to get on the victory point there. He can't really afford to be out of victory points. I'll control all of them for some time now. 128 versus 20. Sturm Panzer shoots. Almost takes them out. We got the Outcome. They got 62 kills. At this point, they'll just make up war crimes they committed in like court if they ever like survive this. They'll just invent new ones. Just to make sure they don't walk free after the war, these guys. You're hereby all sentenced to death for planning to assassinate the Queen of England. But it's a king. Shut up. It's a war crime. Is it? Totally. Sturm Panzer there firing away, moving up the eastern side. Going for the eastern victory point. Grabbing the western point there. Could this be the end of Begbie? Could this be where Deimos triumphs? What will it be? Stuke moving in there against the T-3476. Outclair charging in there, providing enough con for the Stuke to shoot and gets it in the rear of the T-3476. Got the Eastern victory point back, but we got 17 versus 128. Things are hanging in the balance here between Deimos and Begbie. Comes the press, again, machine guns, they just artfully deployed here by Deimos. Yeah, Command's going away, but they're going to go crash. Or not. Slowed out just in time there, conscripts are pressed. One squad sawed apart here. Incendiary piercing rounds just to add to the lethality, and there you go, just tossing them down. He's ignoring the tank. Conscripts slaughtered, left like dead in the water there. Outclair, they're opening up the engineers. 63. 64. Oh, 65. We got 8 points left here. There's 128. Stuke on the hunt there for the T-3476. Deimos could go for another Stuke just to be sure. You can never have too many Stukes. Samix on the Eastern victory point. Begbie there somehow still hoping can win this, but I think at this rate he's not going to be able to grab back any of the victory points otherwise. Sturmpanzer shoots, blast through several of the conscripts. The front of X, forced retreat, abandon the front. 1 point left, and that is it. GG here. GG, game over. A loss for Begbie, a victory for Deimos. Some good plays for Begbie, but I feel like at times he played too passive versus Deimos. Should have been more aggressive. He should have tried best control. They should have been, I think, just tried to push deeper against Deimos at times. Also, he had a bit of issues with unit preservation at times, just threw away his tanks, which allowed Deimos to ensure he didn't get flooded by tanks. And Begbie, I think, been a bit more judicious there. I think we had a much better chance. Still, an intense fight here with some interesting strategic play there, both and tactical as well there. 2 thumbs up to both Deimos and Begbie, just overall solid play. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, all, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.